Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sacred Saturdays, a weekly video series where I come in and talk about self-care tips that I perform myself. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about 4 quick tips for impulse control. And now we can experience an overwhelming sense for impulse for a variety of reasons. Whether it's to text your ex, to have that extra drink, to impulsively buy, whatever it is, whenever that feeling comes up where you have almost this anxious desire to perform any task without actually thinking through what the repercussions might be, that's what we're going to try to curb with these 4 quick tips. So the first one that I want to go through, and again, if you experience problems with impulse control, you kind of already know when it happens. So when you start to feel that anxiety, the first thing that I want you to start to do is to breathe. Now this takes intention, and it takes actively noticing when you're feeling impulsive. All you need to do is take one quick healing breath, and then it gives you a chance to really reassess if you need to perform this action, right? So that one's super simple. And if you've tried it and it hasn't worked, I have 3 more for you, so don't worry. We also, number 2 is EFT. Now I've done a video on EFT before, so if you're not fully aware, you can go back to the Sacred Saturdays videos in the past and learn about what it is. But very quickly, EFT is called the Emotional Freedom Technique. And now this is basically acupressure with breathing and mantras. And this kind of takes you out of any impulsive action that you want to do. So the tapping points, what you do is you tap about 2 to 3 times on different points in your body. You do the karate chop, top of head, inner eye, under nose, chin, breastbone, underarm. And again, I'll go like really more in depth in another Sacred Saturdays video. But if you would do that and tap 3 to 4 times on each of these points while repeating, I don't need to follow through with this impulse, it can help to slow down how actively you need to perform this action. So breathing number 1, EFT is like really getting in there. What EFT does also is breaks up your neurotransmitters. So like when you have the trigger and the impulse, then EFT comes in and interrupts that system. So that's why it's like breathing on steroids. So the next one, and this is for after you have curbed your impulse, is positive reinforcement. So for example, let's say you just broke up with your ex and you really want to text them and you're feeling like you really want to get back together, but you know it's no good for you. Something you can do to incentivize yourself to not perform that action would be to have some positive reinforcement, like, okay, well, if you block your ex on all social media or you don't text them for this amount of time, you can buy yourself the thing that you've been eyeing on Amazon, or you can treat yourself to a nice dinner or like bake cookies or something, any sort of positive reinforcement that really lights you up and makes you feel good, because then we're having a reward for the positive thing that we've done. Okay, and then number 4. Now this one is super duper important because sometimes when we perform impulsive actions, we don't even know why. Number 4 is to check your triggers. When you're starting to feel that build of anxiety and that build of impulse, really think about what were the external factors around you beforehand. What were the things that made you want to look at your ex's profile, or made you want to have that extra drink, or made you want to impulsively buy 6 things on Amazon? What happened in your day? What external factors happened to actually make you do that? And then set boundaries around it. If it was someone saying something to you that you didn't like, instead of going and performing something harmful to you, why don't you go to them and set a boundary and say, hey, I don't like that. And then check in with yourself and see how you feel, and then work through the emotion instead of numbing out with your impulses, right? So all of this is connected. So those were your 4 quick tips for impulse control. I want you guys to practice them. I posted a few videos on triggers, on boundaries, and on EFT. If you need help, I can point you in the right direction for those if you really want to get all into it. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.